Yes, another video. That's a few today. I my style, my style is to go and think a lot. Um, my style. Yeah, getting to the point eventually. Yeah, I won't dick you around. So it's about being trans, okay, and it's about. I'll try and do this. Try and do this. This. Um, the fucking anxiety of being trans. It's funny because in my life I stumbled across being trans. Kind of stumbled into it almost by accident. This is just my reality, and the more I became a woman, the more I found I enjoyed being a woman. Almost by accident, and it's the same. I'm good at comparing things, and it's the same with the anxiety that comes from being trans. It's not something I would have chosen, but it's the reality that I find myself in. Extreme anxiety due to the torture of, and I like it, which is the short version. Extreme anxiety caused by the constant attention. It's simply the constant attention is too much. It's too much, and it's actually given me, and I know I'm moving away from depression and into socialising, intimacy, etc., and happiness, but if that's what I want. And this video is kind of saying that isn't what I want, I'm good at being authentic, my true self, yeah. This is really, okay, I have to stay close to the mic because, I don't know, I'll try it back here, I'll just try and do that. No, it's better up here. Yes. So I stumbled into a reality where, and I just want to stop and say that I'm so grateful for the authenticity that being transgender has provided me. That's another thing that I've kind of like just fell into. I value being myself and getting, it's like I'm getting to know myself, and it's like a job that I work really hard at because the more I know myself, the more I learn about myself every day, the more of me I have, the more of me there is. Do you see what I mean? The more I am, the more I am worth. You know how the advert says, I'm worth it. Well, the more me that I find in here, the more I'm worth. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, authenticity, very important to me. Keep up. No, I take it back. Yeah, so, yeah, the anxiety. I fell into being trans. I fell into the anxiety that comes with that and the authenticity that comes with that as well. I just fell into it, and I believe that were I to detransition, which I don't want to, I would lose, this is just me expressing myself, it doesn't necessarily have to be true, I would lose my authenticity. I would lose, I mean that would be like death. If I lost my ability to search for me, search for myself, every day, every single day that goes past I get an upgrade on my soul, on me, and if I were to lose that, it would be like death, because to me, and I fell into this as well, is that my life used to be the same. I'd go 5 years and it was the same for 5 years, and at the time that's what I wanted, but now I've changed and I'm into new shit every day, several times a day, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I need not go further with that, do I? I would lose that. It'd be like dying. Yeah, so the anxiety. The anxiety. Yes. That was the point that I started this video on. The anxiety that I find myself in is whether it be, this is just my perception, whether it be from people's meanness. Okay, I know that's provoking, but it's just my reality. I'm just expressing myself. Or whether it be from people's love, people wanting the best for me, people all the time, wherever I go, whoever I'm around, it doesn't matter where I go, what I do, as long as I'm out my front door. If there's people there, they're loving on me so fucking hard that I literally can't take it. I swear to God, right, I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but I swear to God that I am breaking. I'm fucking breaking, right? And I fell into this anxiety. I fell into it, and it's beautiful, it's sweet, it's the most thrilling ride there is. I know this, my point of view. And again, I don't know what caused it. It could have been A, it could have been B, but it could have been C also. Door number 3, which is, what is door number 3? Door number 3. Have I got door number 3? Is it there? Door number 3. Okay, door number A was hate. Door number B was love. Door number C is, what's door number C? Hate, love. There is a door number C as well. Anyway, skipping over that. Yeah. The anxiety. It is. I had this freak out. I said this in my last video. I felt it was two things at the same time. The one on the left was that I felt that I was going to die. Not only was I going to die straight away and my soul was going to end, but I was also going to die because give it a month or so, and I would be dead then. And also, right, the thing on the right was that I felt so alive, I felt so free, I felt so, there was a kind of insanity that came with the fear. The fear drove me mad, literally drove me mad. My reality changed, everything became like magical. It was like I was dying. You know, I see a doctor who said, this is on TV, she said, when people start talking about angels and shit like that, they're close to death, and that's how I felt. But at the same time, I felt so alive. I don't know, I'm gonna just say it, I felt like I've never felt so alive. Two things at the same time. I called an ambulance. I felt that it was so strong, and this is how I would say it as a kid. I would say it was so badly too much that I was literally gonna, you know, the feelings, the emotions were that strong, and that's what I like. I like strong feelings. I like strong emotions. I like to be able to control it. I'd smoke some weed, a very tiny amount in a pipe, in the morning and at night, for 2 days, and a few days later, my mind just exploded. My mind just exploded into life, into this beautiful, this intensity of feeling that was so strong. So I know this is a bit of a diversion, but I can control it with weed. I can freak out if I want to. You know, this takes people loving on me so fucking hard that I literally can't take it. My heart is breaking, you know. It literally took that to a whole new level, you know. I was in orbit. I've lived with the anxiety of my reality, trans reality, for so long. I perceived it as pain. I didn't value it for it being what I truly want. Yeah, and the worst or the best freak out that I had, a few days later, looking back on it, I realised that I enjoyed it. It took emotions of that strength, you know, to make me see, or let me see that I enjoy my life. I enjoy the intensity of people's feelings towards me, you know, whether it be Islam, feeling that I'm a sinner, that, you see, because people open up to me, you know, feeling that I represent the worst, or the white perspective is the best of, and for them it's the best as well, but it's just, it's at the same time it's both the worst and the best. That's the thrill of it. The borderline of, will it go this way, am I bad, you know, do they want to destroy me, or am I good, do they want to love me, do they want me to become a Muslim and follow their way of life, and the reality of, we want to take, this is not racism, we want to take over the country, we want to, a holy war, we want to take control of the country, we want to own it, we want to dominate the white people, we want to, it's probably the new heaven on earth, or something like that in the West, you know, for the Islamic race. I don't know. Anyway, this is just my perspective, my reality, you know, and maybe no one else shares it, but I doubt that. There's got to be someone out there, you know. I'm not asking for anyone to do that. I'm just saying somebody probably does, a lot of people probably don't, you know, whatever. So the thrill of I'm so bad and yet I'm so good, and it goes this way, it goes that way, it goes this way, it goes that way. It's all the confusion, the struggle, the intensity, the joy, you know, etc. Anyway, I figure this video was probably a bit much. I know when I've had too much. I do. I mean, I want to be able to share that with people, you know, that things are very stressful, very stressful. I can barely function in any way, you know, I'm that depressed. So I'm not making light of depression, by the way. It's I'll just say that I'm not making light of depression. Depression is something that I feel should be talked about. Absolutely cannot be talked about enough. Cannot be talked about enough in the right way, in a respectful celebration of the struggle, you know, and the intensity of the pain that depressed people feel, you know. Anyway, I feel like I don't really feel like that's a subject that I should continue with. Like I say, it's a very sensitive subject and I don't wish to continue with it. But I'm very grateful that, should anyone watch this, I'm very grateful that you watched it. I'm very grateful that you understood it. I'm very grateful that you stayed with me. I love presence, staying present, you know. I love listening. It's one of my biggest joys. Having a clear enough mind to be able to listen to what people say. And when I struggle with staying on someone's wavelength, that is both a source of joy because they are more mentally powerful than I am, more mentally focused than I am, and that gives me something to aim for, to become as cognitive as they are in what they're saying. But it also causes me pain because I feel like I'm hurting them by not being able to stay as positive or as loving as they are, and it causes me pain just to be sat next to them because, you know, I'm bumming their reality, you know, not a lot, just a little bit, and that causes me pain. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm grateful for anybody who listens to me all the way through, understands me, feels me. Okay, that means a lot. Goodbye.